Hello and welcome back to the third match of this first match day. This is Group C. Well, of course it is. It's the third group. And I'm back here again with Toff, of course, because he's streaming, but now also
Hello.
with... oh, sorry. Now also with Ben again.
Hi there.
Haagsmurf.
Hi there.
And Hacker.
Hello.
We're all present here, and it seems that all the teams are present as well. And I hope you still see the group overview, because then I can tell you a bit about the groups. Let's see. We have this is Group C, of course. We have from Team CEP1 Matchday 3, we have Atlas and Sniper. From Hamaga we have Kara and Mazer. From SGT we have Jedi and Trying. From Team Air we have Nev, who is someone, and Tona. From Team Disaster we have Yukuzi and Tonatan. From Triforce we have Steven Yen and Eric. And from Team Watt we have Minato and Timei. So yeah, we are now in the warming up phase.
And the first thing I see is that someone isn't driving. There's only 13 guys on the road right now.
Oh dear.
That's
It says
not good.
14. But
Oh, not just cross the first checkpoint after a minute. Okay. Never mind.
Just wait for the checkpoints.
Well, that's what I looked at, but
Yeah.
ah well, it will work out. And it seems there are 16 spectators, which is a bit weird because that's more than we would allow, but I don't have time to kick everyone, so we'll just leave it at this.
Can I
For the
kick
moment.
everyone?
Yeah,
No,
you
because-
can. You
No,
can.
because you don't
Just
have
try
any
it.
rights.
Oh.
Apart from that,
They're
What are
the
your
lucky ones.
expectations, guys?
sorry?
Triforce. I think
Yeah.
Triforce are gonna be
Yeah.
pretty good
Triforce is my, well, I think everyone's favorite actually.
in this group. Yeah.
Well, I can't see who's driving it from now, but I think we should also have a look at Team Air. I think with Nev and Tona also.
Yeah, if they're trained, they can be very good. Problem is though, as I think Nath mentioned before the race, he didn't play Kenny for a long while, so
Ah,
I think not get
That's,
your hopes up too much.
no, that's not gonna help indeed.
No.
Apart from that, well, yeah, I
Well,
think
Mazer's
the main.
fast, and Gara's not too bad. So.
But if
Yeah.
trained, I think every team actually has a chance.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
Although,
not-
yeah.
Yeah, it's of course not only about speed, but it's also about consistency.
Yes.
Yes, of course. I'd go for Triforce. I think that's they are gonna win this.
Yeah.
I don't know with how many points or with which places, but I think they're gonna finish high in the ranking.
And we're off.
Third of the first step of 24.
Yeah, Kusi made a mistake.
Already, that's not a good sign.
No.
But it's just a tiny bump in the wall.
Also, so early in the race it can happen a lot because of how close the group is at the start.
Also, with all the
Still
slip,
made a
when they
mistake.
have all the opponents on, it can be hard to see where the corner is.
Yeah, indeed. I don't know if you
Yeah.
mentioned that already, but components are forced on this race.
No, didn't
can't-
mention it, but
You can't race alone. You can turn them off to ghost.
Which
So you
I
can
didn't know
see-
about. Let's just put that out there.
Yeah, bad.
So you can see through the enemies, through the other drivers, but you
Oh,
can't
yeah.
turn them off completely.
Lol.
yeah, it's to preserve a bit of a idea that you're really racing against other people. Otherwise, you're just driving 24 laps and then you see, oh, I finished
This
there.
position, yeah.
It's
Exactly.
in some way it's positive. It might also be negative as distraction for the players. But I think if you see you're closing towards another player, you might feel boosted, or I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah, might help out.
So, Steven and Eric are leading, a bit as expected.
Followed by Timai.
And Timmy and Minato
oh, yeah.
second.
Nath just fell back. So it's
But
basically two
interesting,
teams in the front.
yeah. I was just about to say that.
I don't think that ever happened.
No,
At least
Neff
not in the first two
passed,
races.
passed Minato again, so now it's mixed again, but still
Yeah. Trying
Triforce and
trying to force his way in.
trying is trying to, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, it was a bad joke, I know.
Very
Do you want to
easily
get your
made.
description changed?
No, please don't.
But I think in the CP times you can already see a bit of a difference. There's a bit of a gap between Eric and Steven, but there's 4 times the gap of that is between Eric and teammates.
Oh,
So
Steven with a mistake though. He's now
Yeah.
fallen back to 3rd or 4th maybe.
That line the fast guys take on that corner, like trying not to get air, so staying to the ground and drifting manually. It's faster than the normal jump route, but it's also, as we just saw, more complicated and
dangerous,
dangerous.
yeah.
Yeah, a bit risky in 24 rounds, I guess.
Yeah,
Tell that to Lawrence, he knows that every round.
Yeah, but
Not everyone can be
Lawrence is one of the few guys who can train on that. I think
Exactly.
that most of us, most of the players can't do that.
Eric just drove a 55.36
Oh,
as best lap in the current match. So
If he can regular that, that's a pretty good time actually.
yeah.
yeah, we
Not the
just-
quickest though. The other groups had a quicker best lap, but we're only on lap 4, so
Stuff can happen.
they got a lot of time to improve that time.
Packing Mazer at the moment, he's making quite a few bumps.
Also, for whatever reason, Teammate got to last place. He was in top 5 before.
Yeah,
Um,
that must have been a big crash. Gara
Cool.
overtaking
Overtaking whom? Overtaking XVZ.
Yakuza, yeah.
Now close to the next group. That actually looks pretty close between each driver.
Yeah,
field is actually
That's the
pretty
closest
close.
group so far. Yeah.
yeah, you see him.
Group
Minato,
B sort of
Tona.
started quite close and then slowly drifted apart.
Yeah,
Which probably will happen here actually.
Yeah, it's still lap 5, so
Yeah, exactly.
the big things are still to happen. So
So the big crash still has to happen, you think?
We're
I
just
guess
waiting
so,
for it.
because the longer it takes, the more crashes will come.
yeah, and I think this map is good to get into it because it's the first map. It's not really a difficult map, but that's also that also has been the idea of us to well, not make it too hard at the beginning. And
Increase the difficulty over time.
that's
Especially
basically
as
the
their
idea.
training time on the map was shortened slightly for this first week. With the map only getting released
4
on
days
Wednesday.
instead of
Yeah.
7 or 6.
Stephen
Also,
drove,
as we talked, exactly. Continue.
Stephen drove a fast lap with 55.251, so
That might mean Steven's catching up to Eric then. If he's just getting the fastest lap in now.
Yeah, it's, he
Eric
took
and
a-
Stephen are pretty close to each other.
Yeah, well, he takes off some hundreds every CP, it
Yeah.
seems. So it seems. So
Oh, Stephen made a mistake. Stephen made a mistake.
and there he loses it again, and oh, he gets overtaken by Naf, and if he doesn't watch out, also by Tona there.
Yeah, he made a
And
mistake
by
again.
Minato.
And JD as well, overtaking him.
Oh,
That's what we said. 24 laps
And
is a
another
bit
one.
different.
yeah, well, not so fast. Trying is still behind Steven at the moment, but very, very close.
But as we saw on the time he drove, if he keeps that consistent in the next couple of rounds, he will get a couple of places back at least.
Yeah, he'll re-overtake.
Yeah, he will. Others will make mistakes as well. That's a certainty.
Yeah, very, very important not to get stressed out if you get overtaken. It seemed he bumped the wall there a bit, but maybe I missaw that.
Him and JD are having a
So-
good battle.
Team Air is now in a good position with Nat and Tona.
Yeah,
Yeah,
second and third.
place. Also, from second to, 10th place, it's like 3 or something seconds. That's very close.
Yeah, so very easy to catch up. Or well, it shouldn't be too hard, but of course you have to keep driving as fast as you can, but as consistent as you can as well. And hope that someone else just has less speed somewhere or just crashes. But
Also, Steven seems to be getting 2 positions already back.
Yep.
Overtaking, who is it, Eddie and Minato.
Yeah, though he now has a lap of a second, or a gap of a second to cover to the other two who are in front of them, so in front of him. So
just overtook Minato there, and they're battling for 4th position.
Yep. Minato and JDI not willing to give it up.
But they've really
now...
caught up to Naf. I think he's had a mistake.
And while they are fighting, the gap between Tona and Eric is getting bigger every round. 2.5 seconds already.
Eric's driving really consistent now. See the gap between Eric and Tona, it's 2.4 seconds. Can even afford now a tiny mistake.
Well, I hope for him that it won't happen.
I hope for nobody that they will make mistakes.
Of course, but after the last CCC, I hope for him that it.
But Eric is still young.
JD with a mistake
high
there.
emotions and low emotions.
And Steven there.
Steven made a mistake
getting
again.
Taken by trying.
Yeah,
and
the further it goes,
people maybe.
further it goes, the harder the focus.
Yep, and that's what we said before. Just try to keep concentrating.
And Eric is just driving his laps alone in the front.
Yep. Not beating the 55-25 from Steven a few laps ago, but still making good progress towards a win, I'd say.
Yeah, I think it was 2.4 seconds, now it's up to 2.9, nearly 3 seconds.
Yep.
But then
slowly getting...
so...
Yeah.
If
3 seconds
this
now.
keeps on going, he might even overlap someone without them having a big crash.
Yeah. Oh, Steven's now right up next to trying again.
He's basically using high risk, high reward, so he either overtakes everyone or loses a few positions.
Because of a crash.
Normal driving is just not his type.
Yeah, winning 2, losing 1.
Steven was really risky there, really close to a crash.
Well, if Eric wants to overtake, the last person, he would have to make up 40 seconds in these upcoming 13 laps. So
that's easy.
Tuna is getting into shape because I see now 2.6. It was 3 seconds 2 rounds ago.
Now it's 2.8 again.
Now it's 2.8.
So.
Yeah.
Catching up a bit.
Catching up.
Oh,
and
Steven
made a tiny bump in the wall again.
He should stop doing that.
Yeah, maybe he's driving a bit too much on the edge.
Yeah.
That's why also he gets the fastest times, but...
Well, you can have the fastest lap time you want, but if you aren't consistent enough and you crash somewhere, then it's not worth very much. It's not like you get an extra point for having the fastest lap in the next one.
That would be an interesting idea, though.
Maybe for season 2 we can think of that, but
yeah.
No, I think that the main point about endurance is getting your reward for being consistent and just driving as well as you can the whole match and just be out there for 24 laps, and that's the main point about this premiership. So not really about the fastest lap, of course.
And we're already halfway.
Yeah, it goes so quickly.
Halfway, and Eric's still 2-point-something seconds out of Tona.
Yeah.
Tona also with a 2-second lead in front of third place now, which is, well, his teammate.
Yeah, the gap is not getting bigger than 3 seconds, so...
Steven Yen now battling with trying, seems to overtook him, and now he's going towards
catch up
Naf.
for Naf.
Yep.
I think this is also the group with the best worst player.
The best
What I mean
well,
is,
no.
Yeah, what I mean is Atlas isn't that far from the player. I don't know how it was in Group B, but in Group A it was like 1 minute something.
Oh,
Group
yeah.
A, a
that
guy
much.
got lapped, I think.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, but that was because of bad internet, bad training, bad
Bad
a lot.
everything.
I don't know if it was real. It might be drivers' excuses, but I think yeah, it's very difficult, of course, and I think this is the closest match we have seen. Well, closest as
Closest
in
match and closest group.
closest between first and last place. But of course, we are just halfway, so everything can still happen.
The teams aren't as mixed as in the other groups, so when we have the Triforce team on first and fourth place, then Team Air on second and third, and then Team SJT on fifth and sixth. So top 6 places are just 3 teams.
Yep. Well, yeah, one could argue that the balance of the groups could have been better, but yeah, it's just difficult to make groups as balanced as we can, and I think
Almost
this
impossible.
is it's always
There's always complaining.
Yeah.
That's
Also,
normal.
as we see in the stream right now, Gara taking a hit against the wall and Minato overtaking him. Which gives him, if he keeps the place at least, 7th place?
Seventh place. Yeah, 7th place. And
Jonathan is now overtaking Gara as well.
yeah.
and Gara again against the wall there, so he's now falling behind, and he should. Well, the next person is his teammate with 2 seconds away, but
That's also pretty difficult. If you got the momentum going, then you'll make your laps. But if you make a mistake, then it's pretty hard to come back in the flow again.
Not only lose the concentration, but also the muscle reflex is not that because you're used to the high speed. And if you've done the same, it just doesn't work anymore.
Yeah. Muscle memory, your muscle knows what to do, and then you're going at a slower pace, so you maybe drift too early.
Also, while we were talking about the second half of the group, Steven got back to 3rd place.
And did Eric make a mistake? I see the difference is getting
lower.
A bit tinier than before. It's now only 2 seconds.
yeah,
1 second.
1 second. Oh, Eric
Dona has Eric inside,
Yeah.
so he should watch
Was
out.
that another mistake by Eric, actually?
They're under
That's
the
how
second.
quick your lead can go away.
Steven was at 4 seconds, now at 2.7.
I think what's happened is Eric's had one small mistake, and then just as we were talking about it, he's then, because he's going at a slower speed, then made a couple more mistakes as he has to adjust to the new speed.
Dona's getting fast. You see one mistake and he lost the momentum, as we talked about it indeed. And Dona's not that far behind from Eric now.
Yeah, though it doesn't seem that the difference is getting getting smaller very quickly. It's still about 1.8.
They seem quite even now.
Or 0.8.
Eric's back up to race pace, I think.
Yeah. But Dona
So, I don't know if the stream can see this, but we can see the time stuttering checkpoint-wise compared to the daddies. Antona was on a very good lap there, so wouldn't be surprised if he overtook Eric in a couple of laps when he keeps up this pace.
Yeah.
Oh. Gap is, well, it's still a bit stable. It's now at 0. Well, it's again back to 0.8. So I think if Eric just keeps driving like this, well, now it goes to a second. So it seems that Dona is losing a bit. It's going up and down.
Yeah, but Dona now has Eric back inside, and that's also important.
Yep.
He's got a goal to catch someone now with Eric in sight. But
and Eric is now driving for 17 laps without seeing anyone, so his morale might not be the best.
Well, yeah, or you see no one and you think, oh yeah, I'm at front. It depends on how you think, of course, but well, it's now back over a second, so.
What I found was when you're racing, you can see when people are coming through the checkpoint, so you can see the time difference, but I couldn't see who was behind me and how far away they were from behind me. I could only see people in front of me.
We're not supposed to look at that anyway while racing, I think.
Well, some of us can, alright? Hey, I didn't do that badly, and I had cars full on and the HUD up. I don't mind. I'm used to it.
Not bragging about it.
Eric's driving away again.
You were lucky you weren't with Pack in the team speak. Oh my god.
Eric is driving away again. The
Yep.
gap is getting bigger now.
Yeah.
1.4. So he's getting safer and safer, but now it's back to 1.2
Yeah,
and a half. So it's back and forth.
5
very
more
close,
laps,
yeah.
but safe isn't exactly
Safe
what
isn't
it is.
safe, yeah.
One mistake is enough.
Yeah. And actually, Steven's now catching up to Tona. Steven's only a
Oh, is he?
second behind now, and he's similar distance to what Tona is to Eric.
Is he on his bumper already? Ooh, yes he is.
Wow.
He's getting closer, yeah.
Yeah.
So Tona's getting sandwiched.
Indeed.
Between the two try guys.
Yeah.
Well, we can't call it something related to a country because they're both from a different country, but
And different teams, so
Different country,
quite a
different
mix
teams.
up.
Yeah.
just try force. That's it.
Just race buddies.
Well, yeah, that's also the fun of this tournament. Just people who are well, normally driving together but not in the same team. Now,
Yeah.
being in the same team, adds another element to it, I think.
Yeah, it's good not to be driving again. Maybe you can drive against some of your teammates instead
Yep.
of driving with them. You're driving against them. That's quite exciting.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Except when Hecker beats you.
And it looks on the times and also visually you can see that, I don't know if you can see it, but Steven is catching up to Tona quite good here. So the
And also
gap
to
is
Eric.
going down
Yeah.
smoothly. But 4 laps to go, so everything is still possible.
Was really getting nearby Tona now.
Yeah,
Only
but
0.4 of a second between them.
There's quite a good battle going on mid-pack between Naf, JD, Tonathan, and Minato. They can all see each other, all similar distances from each other.
well,
And
maybe we will
Timmy.
see some small changes in those
Yeah.
ordering in the last laps. And now Tona really getting. Oh, and there a mistake by Tona against the wall, so Steven could easily take
Second
the place. Yeah, get back into second place where he was at first.
Yeah, that's Steven though.
Yep.
He's putting up a really impressive race.
Indeed, he still has the fastest lap in this race, so you don't get a point for it. I think you can. It's good to mention it anyway. And
Steven will actually start catching up to Eric, I think.
well, I don't know.
With only 2 laps left, I don't think he will, because then
He
the
won't
team
catch
doesn't
him,
need
but
to. Yeah.
And they
Maybe
crash
get a bit
into each
closer.
other and.
Not the
sure that's
Trackmania.
what Air
No, not the
wanting.
Trackmania. Yeah.
I'm watching Jedi now at the moment. He's driving pretty consistent as well. Not that far behind from Nat. And trying. But only two laps left. 1 lap.
Mazer and
Doesn't have
Gara
much.
are driving together.
I think we have, 4 teams now driving together. We have Eric and
Yeah.
Steven in the front, then we have Minato and Timae, Gara and Mesa, and Sniper and Atlas.
Well,
People obviously picking teammates with a similar skill ability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it shows. It shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem like Steven is going to catch up to Eric in these last the
No.
last laps. Even gets a bit further away, and Tona has also quite a gap now on Steven. So I think we can, well, not safely, but we can say
We
that
can wrap it
this
up right here.
probably is
Yeah.
the podium. We still have 1 last lap to go.
So
24.
if no big
so,
crash occurs, this should be the
And
final in
Eric's
the end.
Eric is driving a fastest lap with 55.059.
Wow.
Yep.
On the second
hope-
last lap.
I hope that doesn't mean that he takes too much risk in the end, because that could not.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys know, but Pack and Zypher, their last lap, they both went really wide on their, not the last lap, but the lap before, just so they could get the fastest lap time. So both for the
Really?
Pack was
Yeah.
like, that's all he wanted was the fastest lap time. He wasn't really caring about anything else.
I thought their fuel tanks were getting empty, so they would be able to get faster.
Yeah.
It's not Formula 1, so. So
Yep. Well
this
done,
is going
Eric.
to be the finish. Eric first, Steven 2,
Very
Tona
consistent
third,
drive.
Brian fourth, probably Neff fifth, I think.
Timmy getting quite close to Tonathan, but I think Tonathan will just win.
There you see indeed
Close.
that Minato, Tonatan and
Gara
Timmy
Mesa.
really. Yep.
Pretty close.
Now it's waiting on the last
My-
three,
My
last two,
arm
last
hurts.
one.
Waiting on Atlas.
Well, he deserves a finish as well.
Of course.
Yeah.
Not to forget that you only get points if you finish, so important to finish, of course. And it's not like it's minutes behind the first place, so I think it's safe to say that this is the end result, of course, and
There we go.
Here we go.
Last guy finishes.
so Eric 25 points, Steven 21 points, Tona 18 points, 16 points go to Trying, 14 to Neff, 12 for Jedi, Minato 10, 9 for Tonatan, 8 for Timmy, 7 Gara, 6 Mazer, 5 Yakuzi, 4 Sniper, and 3 to Atlas. I think I got the screenshot there. Yeah,
Yeah,
this time
yeah.
I did get it. No need to watch back the stream. But well, the scores will be filled as soon as possible in the score doc.
Also,
And,
the questions that's mostly pressing, when is the new map released?
the new map will be released tomorrow, whenever I have time for it. So
That's always good.
you will see it when it
So-
comes.
That's in 2 hours, Max.
No, because in 2 hours I'll be sleeping.
Oh.
So
Oh.
And there we have it.
the holiday is over. So, well, that was match 3 of Matchday 1 of first season of the Canyon Endurance Premiership. And, well, this premiership is brought to you by ESL and streamed by Toffe.
Yeah.
Commentated by me, the M, and Benzie Boy.
Yeah.
Bruce
Ach,
not
ze
here anymore?
smeren.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I am
You're
here.
welcome.
And Hacker.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for being here to commentate. Thanks to you all for watching the stream, and I hope you enjoyed it. And maybe we'll see you next week on Sunday again on the new map. I won't reveal yet which map, so you will see
And
tomorrow.
and that time, every group on a different time, so don't expect to drive at the same time, that's important.
Yep,
Yes.
indeed. Watch the Google Docs. It shows clearly which group has to drive on which time. So don't come too late and say, oh, well, I didn't know I had to play then and then. Well, then it's too bad.
Exactly.
So, thanks again for watching, and have a good night. See you next Sunday.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Peace.